Alright guys, welcome back. We are over here by the food plot again. I was honestly hoping that this video wouldn't even exist, but I'm going to kind of show you what it looks like. And what happened is the weather didn't cooperate, and a lot of the storms that we were supposed to be getting broke up. And I haven't walked through the plot again, but when I came over here last week and looked at it, it didn't look very good. So this video is going to become more of how do we save the plot? How do we turn it into something that we can still hunt over, even though there's like 30 seeds of ryegrass germinated that I can see from here and nothing else. So that's what this will be about, and there'll probably be some other little property management things in there, and maybe some trail camera, which it's actually out of pictures right now, so I don't get any more pictures with that until the 6th of September. So hopefully there hasn't been anything crazy good on there, but that's kind of what this is going to be about. And like I said, I'm going to show you around the plot, and show you what has come up, what hasn't, and all that. This isn't a weed, then we at least have a something growing, but still, that's a singular something. There's another little bit of grass over there. So you can see it's very, there's a couple more spots of ryegrass around here. There's a patch of grass there amongst some weeds. There is some, just some off-stand clover that's coming from, that's growing in here from around. Another patch of ryegrass there. But it's very, very barren. So we're going to have to do some kind of plot saving measure. You can see where they've been coming in and out. You can see where they've been walking in here. So there's a lot more ryegrass on this side. I don't know if that's just how it happened, or if this side grows a little bit better, but you can see there's just grass kind of all over throughout up here. So, and here's another little something that's growing, whatever those are. It's in there somewhere, right there, whatever that is. And there's, a couple other little plants, but some of this stuff could be weeds. I literally have no clue. It's just green stuff that's growing. So we're gonna have to do something, that's for sure. This isn't gonna last. The deer may come in here, but they're just gonna eat everything very quickly. So it is what it is. We'll just have to figure out what to do and try to include you in the process of saving the plot. All right, folks, welcome back. It is September 4th. Yeah, September 4th today. I am back at the plot. I picked up a 50-pound bag of rye seed today, and we're just going to try to save it. It got some rain in the forecast on Friday, so hopefully we get this down between the dew in the mornings, because it's a little cooler right now, and then the rain on Friday morning, that we can get a little something growing. So, there's some green in it. There's still some stuff that pops up every now and then, but it's not nearly thick enough. And once the deer decide that they actually want to eat it, then they're gonna eat it in, like a day and a half. Like, there's barely enough plants for each deer. So we're gonna get this stuff down, see how that goes, and hopefully when we come back over here in a couple weeks or so, we've actually got a plot planning. Alright, so we've got our seed broadcasted out now. We're just waiting on that rain. Hopefully that's what we get. I'm pretty optimistic, honestly. It rained over the weekend, and it looks like there's some newer germination. And that side of the plot, which is going to be the closest side to where we want the deer to be, what's going to be the closest shot for us from our tree that we have picked out, it looks the best. I don't know if it's because it gets shaded first in the afternoon or what, but it has the most, I mean, it still doesn't look great, but it has the most variety as far as what's coming up. So we'll see what happens, but I've tried to focus more on these brown areas that have like a plant growing every, I don't know, 15 feet instead of over there. But I did go and throw some seed by hand out in that stuff so that I wasn't running over what was already up with the spreader. So we'll see what happens. We'll hope for rain again and hope it comes true this time, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll have us a nice little plot going that we can get something out of this fall. Alright, so welcome back. We've got the plot behind me, but we're not working on the plot today. I just came over here to check on it real quick. It's supposed to rain this weekend, so we're gonna do a little more planting tomorrow evening and try to get it down right before it rains. Friday morning with this tropical storm developing in the Gulf and all that should push us up some rain. Today we're over here to go back into the woods, take a look around, see if there's any fresh sign, fresh rubs, that kind of thing. Hang the camera that goes back there that I haven't put up yet because I'm lazy. And then we're going to check the stand, make sure the stand is still good to go, straps are fine, don't need changed. We're going to hang one more camera while we're over here, and then that'll be it for today. But I'll kind of take you up into the stand to, point where the deer come from and stuff like that, which some of that you've seen in the video from last year where I killed my buck. But kind of go over that stuff, and a little bit of a spot breakdown, a little bit of scouting, that kind of thing. Alright guys, I'm back here in the woods now. I haven't found any new rubs or anything like that, but I do see some acorns on the ground right here. They're coming, I believe they're coming from that tree right there. So that's a good sign. Here's another acorn. So the stand is right there. And the tree that our camera goes on is right here. So we should be kind of right in the middle of a bunch of stuff right here. So I am going to hang this camera real quick. I remember last year there were a lot of deer movement in early September in here in daylight that were eating the acorns and stuff like that. So hopefully we can hope for something similar. They're already starting to hit the plot, at least the does are, in daylight in the morning, which is not good because it's not nearly grown up enough to put up with that. Because the beans are drying up from the drought and there's no rain and all that. So hopefully they'll start eating the acorns and leave the plot alone until the plot is grown and can actually do something with it. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to hang this camera real quick and then we'll jump up in the stand and we'll talk about that. Alright, so I'm up in the stand now. I gave it a good shake, pulled on it a couple times, made sure all the straps were good. The stand wasn't going to fall as I was climbing up it. So a little bit about this stand. I'll show you it from the ground too. But so you can see I've got all these trees in front of me right there, and then all this cover right here. And the deer a lot of the times are bedded back this way along this field edge. There's a pond over there, and they'll work right here alongside the tree. Sometimes they're out in that gap or out on the field edge, or they're like super close right here. I had a lot of video of deer right here. I killed my buck right there, I think. Right there. Because he come past those trees and I shot right there. And then he went and he died back there. So you can kind of see, if you remember, if you've seen the video, you can remember me talking about how my last place to draw was right there, and that's why I didn't get him on camera, because he hit that scrape that was underneath this tree right here, and I drew at that point in time, and then there's nothing again for me to draw the entire time. It's all, there's no leaves on any of those trees. Like, there's trees there, but they're not big enough to provide anything. So I'm gonna get down. We'll show you what it looks like from the deer's perspective and why I think the tree works, why I don't get seen, because I mean, as you've seen, there's not anything that's close, and the deer have been close because there's been footage of deer right underneath the stand. Why I don't think deer see me even without any front cover. Alright, so I am standing right about where my buck was last year. There's the stand. So you can see it kind of comes to 3 trunks. So I'll take you over to the front of it. But that is a big part of why deer don't see me out of that stand, even with no front cover. So you see there is a little bit of back cover from a tree back there. That one, but it does lose its leaves and it's not as great. But I'll show you over here on the front. Look at those 3 trunks and how they come together right there. That's a perfect little hole to sit in and blend in with 3 different masses. So instead of just having that stand on that one tree and being able to see, one side of my shoulder hanging off or another side of my shoulder hanging off, I can sit all the way on the left, which I usually do. I usually sit about right there, and I can sit with my back up against the front tree, and then that tree in the back, the 3rd split behind me, and you just blend into that little hole perfect, and the deer do not see you. Even deer that are right underneath the stand, like that piebald buck was, like that button buck was, like the buck that I shot was, those deer were so close. And I have other stands that they would have absolutely seen me out of. This just isn't one of them, and that's why it works so well for bow hunting, and that's why I'm comfortable with having a ladder stand right here in this spot, because it is perfect for it. So that's just a little bit of a stand breakdown, so I'm going to back out of the woods here and we can go hang that other camera before it gets too late in the evening. But that's a little bit what goes on back here. I wanted to show you guys. Alright guys, we are back once again. I know I said last time that I was probably done with the plot if it didn't work this time. I wasn't coming back and playing it again, but I have a little bit more seed left, and there's afternoon showers on the way. It's sprinkling already. They're for sure, it's happening, like it's going to rain, so I'm hoping we'll get like a good 2-hour rain. It's not supposed to rain all day, unfortunately, but it's something. And we do have rain in the forecast for the next couple days. It's been probably 7 weeks since we've had good rain. Basically since I started trying to plant this plot, we haven't had rain. So I've got a little bit more seed left. I'm going to throw it down. We've improved some of the patchiness in the plot. So the west side there is still the strongest. But this part in the middle, there's a section where there's a decent amount of growth. And there's still seeds sitting on the ground that's waiting for the rain. You know, it hasn't been picked up by birds yet, it hasn't been stomped on by the deer, or drug off by bugs or whatever. It's still there, just waiting for rain to germinate and grow. So hopefully we get that today, and between a combination of what we did last time and what we do today, then we can fill out this plot and make it worth something that we can kill a deer out of in October. So, which is not that far away. Today is September 22nd. It's TJ's birthday, so you guys better get to telling him happy birthday. Even if it's late, because this video won't be out today. So that means we have, what, 9 days till the season starts, which is significantly less than I would like it to be at this point in time. But we have 9 days to figure this out before it's time to start hunting. So this is our last chance. Hopefully it works for us and you see us hunting over it in October. I've still got blind to set up. I've still got tree stands to set up. So we'll see when that gets done, probably like youth season, but that's okay. I don't have any youth hunters, so it's not the end of the world there. So we'll throw that down. I may run back and get the card from the camera we hung yesterday because it's not a sale camera. If I do, if I haven't not too wet, then you'll see those in this video too, along with the ones that have been coming off the cell cam. So hopefully, like I said, this is the last time we see a plot planning video and it works out from here. So as I wrap things up here, you just saw me put the seed down. The rain's still coming, it's still sprinkling. I just want to throw out a couple thank yous. First to Evan. He hasn't been here in a little bit because he's moved into college, but he was a big part in, even though it hasn't worked yet, and even helping me get started with this, because I probably would have never done it by myself. So I owe him a big thank you for coming out here and helping me do soil samples and helping me clear out the trees and the plot and all that, because he was incredibly instrumental in all of that. And secondly, I want to give a shout out to one of our viewers, JTac. He has been incredibly helpful. It was his idea to put the rye down. It was his idea to, you know, keep up with the rain. Maybe if I had to at one point plant in the rain, to keep planting the rye in multiple different layers, segments, different days like that. Like I've done, that was his idea from his own experiences in the past, so I'm super, super grateful that he would share those with me. And he has a channel of his own. I believe it's JTac Outdoors, so if you guys want to check out his channel, I would appreciate it, and I'm sure he would appreciate it. He knows what he's talking about. And we have a couple other viewers. One of them on my buck kill video, Keystone State Outdoors. He has a channel too. If you guys like to check out his channel, I'd appreciate that. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He's a good dude. He's a good hunter. He usually kills a deer, a buck or two every year. I also found this shed, which is, I assume, been run over by the hay bale, or the baler, and cut up. It was just out here in the field and I never found it. It was probably down there, and I know where I can't go because the other half of this hay field is owned by somebody different. And when they came in and baled this hay, they ran it over and cut it up and then drug it down here, and I walked past it over there. So that's pretty cool because I never find sheds. It's all busted up, but I mean, the mass ain't bad. Looked like it was a decent deer, and obviously he's still alive, so maybe we'll see him this year. So thanks guys for watching. Hopefully here in a couple weeks you see a kill out of this plot from me or somebody else. The rain's starting to pick up now, so maybe it'll grow.